boy, what's happening, man? Purple ribbon in here, big boy.
I be on it all night, man. I be on it all day. Straight up pimp. If you want me, you can find me in the air. I'm on it, 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 I'm on it. Time and time again, I gotta turn back around and tell these hoes that I am the ace and I see bitch. That's just the way it goes. I be on that shit.
Welcome to episode 17 of Is That Your Kid podcast. Woo! Guess who's here, everybody?
Jake's back.
Jake is MOTHERFUCKINGBACKTODAY exclamation point.
I'm back.
It's great to have you back, brother.
It's great to be back. We've already had some fun.
We've had fun all night.
We have just...
He has lifted my
Yes,
spirits.
for a while.
When Jay got here, I was in such a somber mood.
Very low energy. Todd was super low energy.
So, like, I was
How do you
just...
feel now? Medium, at least.
Yeah, I
We'll
was.
get you back,
I was rattling off at the mouth, like just like, like this is what I hate. This is what's going on.
You were kind of doing some of that when I got here.
That's what I'm saying. Since you got here, I was just rattling off about what I was not feeling about life right now, and I had a couple things to drink, and then you came over, and everything has turned around, and that's why you're the most lovely co-host there could be. So it's great to have you back.
It's good to be back, man. I had a crazy vacation.
Jake Cation, tell us about Miami, brother.
It was an interesting time. I'm kind of depressed about it,
Okay.
and I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a few things from my Jakecation that bothered me,
Okay.
and there's a few things that I absolutely loved.
Okay.
Maybe in a few things that I won't talk about here.
Okay. Okay.
But they were cool. Very neat. Very neat. First thing,
Yeah.
Miami, you're thinking
LeBron James.
bikinis,
LeBron James.
swimming
still.
suit, the Heat losing terribly.
They did.
I've seen middle schoolers play maybe better than that.
I'm sorry, Miami fans.
It's okay. I was watching the game with Miami fans, and they were saying that.
Yeah.
They were very upset.
Yeah.
Because the whole team is Wade and LeBron, and they just
Yeah.
they weren't.
Bosh. Yeah.
LeBron kind of was.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
The big thing with Miami, it was overcast and rainy.
Mm-hmm.
For the 4 days that I was there,
Yeah.
I saw a sunny day, maybe total of like 8 hours of sun.
Okay.
And if you know me, you know if I go on
you
vacation,
gotta get that even base.
you gotta get the even base, which I heard you guys talking about. In the Too Sweet Brother.
Too sweet, brother.
But you gotta get that even base, and you know what? Look, you can look at me right now, Todd. I'm
Even-
not that much tanner than I was.
You've got a thin, even base. Very
It's
thin.
not impressive. If you came up to me and said, "Where'd you go on vacation?" you would have guessed like anywhere but Miami.
I would have said Erie, Pennsylvania. I would have said Erie in the sand.
But the storms were crazy. I think you guys had a bunch of storms.
We
too.
had storms, huh?
But I mean, it was good in one respect because it wasn't like sweltering hot.
Yes.
But in one respect, I would have liked that sun on the beach.
Yeah. I know you would have. I know you love
It
it.
gives me energy, man. It gives me power.
Birdman Jr. Yeah.
It's just the sun. It just feels good after a day. You can feel your skin's kind of all warm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, cancery maybe.
Got
And
that perp shirt on today.
you have a purple shirt on
We both
today.
have purple shirts on today.
Mine's salt and pepper. Yours is less salt and pepper.
You're more of a salt and pepper, like maybe purple guy.
Like,
Mine's
maybe-
like, this is what purple is, baby. This is what purple
Like,
is.
throw up a gang song for purple maybe.
Purple Ribbon All Stars, episode 17. sorry, Big Boi from Outkast. But we are nerds from Western Pennsylvania, and we host a variety show while struggling to cope with one another's personality flaws. You could subscribe on iTunes. You may be listening on iTunes. If not, you're listening on Tumblr, which is isthatyourkid.tumblr.com, or on Podomatic, which is isthatyourkid.podomatic.com, and Podomatic is Podomatic. ITYK.com. And is that your kid on Twitter?
That was a long bump.
And yeah, I'm trying to get better at being a host.
Yeah, you know what?
You complimented me on my hosting duties.
I complimented you on your MC, Master of Ceremonies.
Master of Ceremonies. I try to be the Master of Ceremonies to this podcast.
You did a great job. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Maybe you're that one person. Maybe you're those two people that listen on YouTube. One of them might be me.
One of those two people. Brother. But for whatever reason, and this is an interesting, I don't know if you checked it out, but the behind the scenes that Sleazy E put together for us, behind the scenes, by the way, of episode 13, we were with my boy, Alex Clute, a.k.a. Messenger Bag from the Chris Gethard Show.
Yep.
Our behind the scenes, for whatever reason, got popped.
Cool.
On YouTube.
That's
Thank you
cool.
to Sleazy E of the Velcro Shoes and also
Absolutely.
Pittsburgh band Atlas.
We'll see you on the 26th, Sleazy.
Yeah, Lava Lounge. Guess who's coming?
Me.
You? Steve from Pittsburgh is coming.
Yes!
June 26th, Steve from Pittsburgh.
We gotta
Talk
get
to
those
me
other
on
people.
Facebook.
We gotta get those other Pittsburgh people on board.
Yeah, we do. But Steve from Pittsburgh, I hate to say it now because I hate to say it, because we were talking today and he was just like, he's like, I don't have anything to do. I'd like to come, so I'd hate to put this out, him listen to it and then not come because he'd feel bad.
Pressure's on, Steve.
Steve, pressure's on.
See
We'd
you
love
there,
to
buddy.
see you there, brother. But just as Lulu likes, and you'll know why she likes it later.
Ooh,
that crisp open.
that tab, baby. Yeah.
Purple Ribbon All-Stars with you.
Purple Ribbon All-Stars.
Yeah, that's a Big Boi from Outkast. That's his crew.
Really?
Yeah, that's the Purple Ribbon All-Stars.
Nah.
That's
We're
real.
it right now.
We are the Purple Ribbon All-Stars, but we are actually taping on an interesting evening. We are on a Thursday evening, baby.
I wonder what spellsofmagic.com would say about tonight's moon, because
what's the moon look like? Is it a sailor?
You know what? When I was on vacation,
yeah,
it was Friday the 13th with one of those with a red sort of moon. It was very interesting, full moon.
Okay.
Next time is the first time. Last time it will happen for many a year. But
you were on vacation, baby.
Yeah, I was on vacation. I went into the Everglades and I took an airboat ride. Which, and if you don't know what an airboat is, it's a boat.
You would take an airboat ride. Tell me all about it.
It's a boat with
start
one of those,
to finish
with one of those giant fans on the back. And this guy was ripping it. I think he was a great would you call it a pilot?
Yeah.
Driver?
Sure.
He was a great pilot driver.
Sure.
And he did great because he's whipping these turns. We were going sideways, like Tokyo Drift style, through the Everglades. And if you don't know, the Everglades isn't very deep. That's what makes it a marsh. It's maybe a foot, 2 feet.
Do you remember
deep.
that Bubba Sparks song, that rap song? Sitting sideways. Right between. Sitting sideways.
Nope.
Like there was a second line there I don't remember, but it sounds like you were whipping sitting sideways.
Our driver pilot was so cool. He let us stand up.
That's pretty true.
It was very loud. I wore earplugs to protect my delicate ears.
He must have been a liberal to let you stand up.
Yeah. You know what? I'm sure he was, because he made a lot of jokes.
And
And they were good ones.
Vladimir Putin.
At one point, he stopped the tour. He turned off the engine, and he let it coast to a stop. And he said, "All right, at this point in the tour, this is actually our walking section of the tour. So if everyone would like to take off their shoes and socks, you can exit to the left of the airboat." And everyone looked at each other. It's obviously a joke. You don't want to walk through the Everglades. There's tons of stuff swimming around in there, including alligators, in which I saw 3 of them. I saw 3 alligators. Guess what? I got to touch one of them.
Varying in size, or what's
Later.
the size? What's the size?
Long as this table. Long as our pod table.
Touch that table, baby. It's always important.
They were about 4 feet, 5 feet long, which is impressive. The ones they showed us after, and this guy, he was like a gator whisperer. These gators knew their names because he would feed them. And
they'd have to respond to that sound, or they wouldn't get food.
Yeah, the one gator, his name was Fat Albert. He was like, "Fat Albert, wake up, Fat Albert." He'd like, "Wake up," and he was slapping his belly. He was in there with the gators. It was crazy, and they were very lazy.
Ooh.
They were very lazy gators. But he slapped their bellies, and he woke up and threw some food in his mouth. It was very cool.
Raw ass chicken, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it would be raw ass chicken.
They love that.
What was his ethnicity?
You know, Latin America. little Latin America. It's
Yeah,
it's
I've
a
been to
mix.
Miami.
It's a melting pot, and it's very cool. I had some delicious Cuban food, authentic Cubano. It was perfect. Cuban steak, rice, black beans, frijoles negros.
Oh, you almost spoke Spanish. Oh, man.
It was very good, and plantains, which is like a wannabe banana, but I didn't have Sprite with it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like a wannabe banana
We felt
plantains.
that.
They fry them up in tons of different ways. Mine was like a dessert plantain. It was like mushy,
Okay.
like it kind of tasted like sweet potato.
Nice.
If you're into that.
Yeah, they're mashed up potatoes, little orange. If you're into orange, you're into sweet potatoes. For those who've never had a sweet potato, know that it's like a potato, only it tastes a little bit more like baby food, and it's also orange. Just for, sweet potato virgins out there.
Virgin, ignore the marshmallows. They're full of shit.
Yeah, get out.
They're like, oh, put marshmallows in with it. It's like for cooking. Don't eat the marshmallows.
Don't.
Because
And-
everyone around you be like, he's a virgin. He's a virgin yam eater.
Virgin yam eater. Don't eat those. Don't ever eat and what else they give you? When sorry, I'm a little drunk. When they give you the potatoes, they give you the marshmallows, and sometimes, and I know this because I've eaten in Ligonier, Pennsylvania before, because this is how they serve those potatoes there. They give you the marshmallows, but they don't look like marshmallows. They just look like a growth, like a spongy growth. All our fans out in Ligonier, Pennsylvania, don't eat that spongy growth. That's a marshmallow, brothers and sisters.
I don't know. I kind of trailed off there for a bit.
That's all right.
I'm back now.
That's part of it.
You know
That's
what?
part of it. Is That Your Kid podcast on iTunes?
What are we talking about? Part 2. Jakecation Part 2.
Jakecation Part 1,
This is
Miami.
what Jake does. Jake doesn't take
And
a
this is why we're recording on a Thursday night. Explain why we're recording on a Thursday.
I'm leaving for Virginia on the outer banks of DC,
Okay.
Virginia. I am going to meet my cousin who I've never met as an adult. I've hung out with my cousin, a distant relative, not so distant,
No.
a relative who just happened to live in Virginia, and I never really hung out with him, and we're Facebook friends, and one day, I think I was actually talking to you, I was like, I should just hang out with my cousin
he
that I've
seems
never
cool.
met.
Yeah.
Because he does seem cool. He's a park ranger. He's a park ranger in Virginia State Park. So he rides around. He's got a cool dog. He's got like probably a fucking Jeep or something.
Probably.
Because that's what they do.
Yeah.
So he
I've
rides
seen
around.
Yogi Bear.
He makes sure no one's, doing, bad wood stuff. And he comes home. It seems like a great job. I'll fill you in more later. Maybe I'll even interview him. Hopefully.
Bad wood stuff, baby.
That would be pretty cool. But he's a park ranger. He's got a sailboat. He's going to take me sailing, which seems very cool.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Because you know what happens with the sailing? Sun.
Even bass.
Even bass happens with the sun. So I'm going to Virginia. We might go into DC, might take the metro in, just hang out for Saturday evening. And I might come home Sunday night.
Yeah.
But if I'm feeling it, I might drive home Monday morning because I ain't got anything to do.
Nah. And
So that's Jakecation Part 2. Jakecation Part 3, you know what it is? In July, we're going to see the Velcro shoes in New York City.
yeah. But check this out, brother. It's July 26th now.
That's different.
Yeah. The best reaction to a vacation plan in the future. That's different. It's July 26th. Yeah.
I'm
He
taking
took
off
his glasses and rubbing his eyes because he doesn't know, because this is a plan for the future. What you don't know about Jake, or you may know, is plans for the future are rough.
It's a trial and tribulation.
It's a try, but if
I
you
have to
said,
plan anything, man, it's very hard for me.
it's very hard for him to plan. But if I said, let's go see the Velcro shoes in New York, 80% chance he would if it was tonight. But if it's in the future, I don't know.
If it was tonight, I'd be like, yeah, but
Maybe you'd be like, probably. But if it's in the future, like I don't know.
But you won't disagree. I do have a lot of obligations.
You have.
I am
plenty.
pulled in many directions.
You are very pulled. You are very pulled.
I get pulled in many directions. That's right. So
But it's July 26th.
July 26th, man.
I'm gonna be there.
I'm so
I'm
nervous.
also going to New York
See,
in
now I'm
October.
gonna-
I've already
now-
planned it.
Oh my god. I'm gonna be like stressed out the rest of this.
Yeah.
The rest of this podcast.
October 23rd and 24th, I'm going to New York.
That's like asking me 4 years from now.
Well, here's the thing about it. I've been into this band Alkaline Trio, which everyone knows
Obviously,
by
you
now.
have a tattoo.
Yeah, I have the logo tattooed. Blood Pack since 2005. Brother.
Is that when you got
and
it?
sisters.
I thought it was way before that.
No.
But I guess it wouldn't have been. You'd have been
No.
17 at the time.
I don't remember the age. But I know when I actually got my Alkaline Trio tattoo, it was 16. I think I was 16. I wanted the tattoo and I couldn't get it because I was that young. But one day my dad was just like, do you want to do something to make your mom mad? And I was like, yeah. He's like, you know that tattoo? He's like, let's go to this shitty shop over in North Versailles and we'll fucking get it. And I'm like, all right.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I don't know
swear to
that.
God. Yeah. Oh, well, I could tell you this story in general, and it costs $80. Which why, right? It's
But you
just
know
black
what?
ink.
It's not bad.
It's not perfect if you look at it. It's not perfect, but that's the only tattoo on my body that's finished. If you think of it, I mean, I only have 3 tattoos, but it's the only one that's finished. But nah, I mean, to cut a long story short, my parents divorced when we were 10, so for the first 7 years of their split up, they would just do everything to make the other one mad. So it was just he knew that I don't wear them often, but I have both my ears pierced, and
Don't they close up?
they do, and they
You just
did
pop them again.
Yeah, I just pop them
Man.
again. When I was younger, they'd close up more often, and I had to re-pierce them when I was
I
younger.
know you had a bunch of, when I first started hanging out with you, you had a bunch of ear juice stuff for disinfectant for that.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
always, and my first times being in this room, I'm like, what's up with that? But I didn't want to be like, what's up with that? So I just
Yeah.
kind of let it ride.
Yeah.
You had some sort of disinfectant
Oh,
stuff? I'm like,
disinfectant
what is
because
that?
I was always re-piercing. And now, I don't know if, I mean, I'm not old, I'm only 26, but as for 26, I'm not sure if, at 26 your ears stopped closing, but they did. So I could pop things in there anytime, but when I was younger, when I would try to pop things into them, if I didn't wear stuff all the time, they would close up. So I would have to re-pierce them, or somebody would have to re-pierce them
Right.
for me. And that's something you gotta
Our
ask.
friend Sam did it at least once.
Sam-
At least twice.
She, I mean, bless her, but she pierced my ears one time with an apple. She did the whole apple gimmick behind my ear, and man, I'm sorry.
Man, what do you mean, man? Was it bad?
Yeah, because I was just I hated doing it, and I would always pass out if somebody would touch my ears, which was a thing. If you touch my ears for a while, I'd pass out.
It's like a Pavlov's dog effect.
I didn't think this podcast would go in this direction, but will go in this direction. I got my left ear pierced. I think it was the 7th or 8th grade, and I was real proud of it. And I was very yeah, 7th and 8th graders, look at me.
I'm in Catholic school. You don't have your ears
Yeah.
pierced.
Yeah, right. And so it was just a left one. And then I went to this at the time, I don't know if you know, but do you know where Pizza and Gyro Express is?
Yeah.
Very close to
Yeah.
us. Behind it, there was a tattoo shop for a while. It was called Big Tony's.
Yeah, I know that too. It had the big old
It's-
lips.
It's
It had the
been
big
gone
red
for a
lips.
while,
Right,
but that's a local place.
That's where you did it?
Very local. Well, no, it comes with I'll just sum it up as a short story. But I went down there with my dad, and they had said, well, we don't pierce with a gun, we pierce with a needle.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, because I was weird. I'm still weird with needles. Tattoos, actually, they're fine, but needles weird me out. And I was okay. And so this girl sat me in the chair, and she was prepping the needle to pierce my ear. And she was prepping it, and I was looking at her prepping it. And at the time, the band Simple Plan was a really big thing. And I just remember thinking of the band, and I was this is so lame. They're so lame. And then I was just
They might have been.
yeah, I was just daydreaming, but I was on a roller coaster with them at Six Flags, and I was I was daydreaming that I was on a roller coaster with them at Six Flags.
This is so lame. What
Yeah,
a lame roller
I was
coaster.
yeah, and they were yeah, I have baggy shorts on and a tight shirt and wristbands. Very cool. the next thing I know, I feel this on my face. I feel a slap on my face, and I hear my dad going, Toddy, Toddy, Toddy. I was on the floor. I'd passed out before she had turned around to pierce my ear. She never even turned around with a needle. I was on the stool and passed out of the stool.
She didn't even get that far, is what you're saying.
She didn't even get that far.
That's crazy.
She didn't even turn around because I had asked, because they gave me orange juice, because that's what they give you after you pass out, because I used to have a history of that.
So you're well versed in passing out.
I'm well versed.
I've never blacked out. I've never gone out.
That was a thing for me for years. But I was like, did you pierce my ear? And she had answered. I was like, did you at least do it? And she said, no, I passed out before you even turned around.
So did you get your ears pierced that day?
I didn't that day. I went back the next week, got it pierced, and I remember it was like, I was like frightened by it, and I didn't say a word. But when I was in my dad's blazer, and this is if you knew Todd Sr., you would know how untraditional this is, because that's my dad's name, Todd, as well. We were in his blazer, and I had my ears pierced, both of them pierced at the time, and it was dead quiet, and I was dead quiet, and he just said, you could cry if you want. And I was like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that to me, because we are not like emotionally connected on that level, because any weakness, he's like, no.
I think anyone that listens after all the stories that we've heard about your dad,
but it was dead silent, and I remember, I swear, I could close my eyes and see the picture. It was dead silent, and he just said, you could cry if you want.
You know what? That's really nice, man. That's a really good story.
That's a good story. I didn't know we'd go there, because I know we had plans to go other places with the episode, but
it was
yeah.
Only. I mean, you know what? The closest I've come to passing out on my own volition is you see my middle finger, how crooked it is.
Yeah.
Zach Larimer, again, name dropping, and I'm going to come back to name dropping in just a bit, but Zach Larimer picked me up in a middle school dance.
Yeah.
And my finger, so my belly is on his shoulders, and I'm leaning over and looking at his back, and he picked me up, and he's like swirling me around, just goofing around.
Yeah.
Fine. But as he put me down, I like grabbed his back to like steady myself, and somehow my finger got wrapped up in his shirt. And
was it purple?
And it broke my finger. Because it got wrapped up like this, and he set me down.
He's showing me.
Look how bent it is.
Yeah.
Look how crooked. Mm-hmm. If I go like this, which one of these is not the same? It's my middle finger. It's very broken. Mm-hmm. And I was sitting there, and I was sitting on the middle school bleachers, and my finger was this way. It should have been straight, and I was trying to align it. Mm-hmm. And every time I tried to align it, I got tunnel vision, and it got closer and closer.
Yeah.
So I took a breath. Mm-hmm. And then once my vision came back, I would start to put it back into the right spot as I waited for my mom to come pick me up.
Yeah.
Because my finger was very broken. Yeah, I think I told them that I fell off the bleachers.
I would have. Because
I was just like, oh man, they're gonna hate this kid or whatever.
Do they know that?
They do now.
Yeah, they do now.
It was Zach Larimer. He picked me up.
Sorry about that.
Not sorry. It's just like knee-jerk reaction when you get in trouble or mess up.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh no, I did something bad. What's better?
Well, you don't want to like say someone else did it, because you're just like, you know, you don't.
Because he didn't do it on purpose. Yeah,
you don't want to get too involved. Like, you're just like, all right, you know, you take your losses, and you're just like, you know what, I did it.
Whatever. But speaking of name dropping,
yeah,
that entire last episode, the Jake Cation episode, when I was gone, it's episode 16.
Yeah.
Too sweet, brother.
Too sweet, brother. Too sweet, brother.
That entire episode, I listened to it.
Yeah.
I loved it, but I feel as though that episode is entirely tailored to me or anyone that we know. Because you know why? Anyone else that listened to that 40 minutes has no damn idea what you guys are talking about. You guys talked about people from high school the
52 minutes. I was afraid.
You guys talked about high school the whole time, which is
beat on my
great
chair
because I cracked up. I was driving. Yeah. I was worried that I had to pull over from laughing. When you guys pulled out the lesbian teacher,
the lesbian science
$40 teeth, the
free $40
hoodie for free.
Yeah. That's episode 16. Download it.
Did I mention on the podcast that one time I was walking through McKeesport High School and one of those firework blossoms went off?
No.
I was walking to math class because I was really mad because everyone walked really slow. And I'm like, my teacher's going to be say at least 5 words to me for being late.
Yeah.
So I was trying to walk fast. I was trying to be really white and try to get to class on time. And people were walking slow in front of me, and I'm like, I'm upset. But you know what? All I heard was...
And it was on the floor.
I smelled like the phosphorus or whatever was burning. People parted and plastered themselves against the walls of the hallway. This blossom, those things that spin really fast.
Oh, yeah.
It went off, and everyone stopped, admired it for a second. I don't know who did it. It went off. There's smoke everywhere.
Cordell did it. Cordell did it. I know Cordell did it.
I got a crazy story about Cordell Brown. It involves TLC. The band.
Cordell do it. Cordell did all that stuff.
Anyway.
Or Tyler Blackburn.
Anyway, stop it.
Baldwin
it went
Dawkins.
off. The firework went off. Everyone watched it. As soon as it stopped, no joke, everyone just kept going.
Of course.
And I went to class and nothing changed about my day.
McKeesport High School, you light a firework off in the hallway, you see it, sell it, go to class.
But you know what? You learn as much as you want to learn in McKeesport, because I feel like I learned a lot.
God bless.
I feel like I learned a lot.
God bless. Because that's what it is in McKeesport. It's like, do what you want. Make what you want out of it. Do I hate it here? Yes. Do I get what I need?
I didn't.
Yes.
I was a very angry person. But
you were.
Overall, I wasn't mad about it. I did like that school. I was kind of proud because it had a lot of...
you're very intelligent.
It had a lot of vocational things. There was like salon, if people were into like hair stuff.
Cosmetology is what you mean.
That's a better word for it. Yeah. There was auto body, there was building construction, there's catering, there was like cooking, there was tons of stuff that you could do that if you were like, yo, I ain't trying to do this math stuff, you could do other things, and that's what I was proud of. I was proud that you could do other things and get a certificate. Yeah. Not that it meant anything, but you still had a certificate.
Well, going into college, does it matter for transfer credit? Maybe not, but it says you did something.
It does say you tried to do something.
I did theater. I mean,
you did. I think you were before I saw you as a French fry, I saw you
episode 1 throwback
as a Chinese gambler.
Yes, I was a Chinese gambler in a theater program, yeah. Mm-hmm.
You had eye makeup on everything.
I remember, was it last week or the week before we talked about a ponytail? I had a ponytail at the time, and that's why you didn't think I had hair, because I had pulled it back under my hat.
I was in that play, but I wasn't an actor. I was a musician in the pit orchestra.
You were in the pit.
Killing it on that trumpet.
I did theater for a while, and a little bit after high school as well. Least. Yeah, a little bit after high school as well. I got involved in some stuff, but I did it for my freshman year, my sophomore year, and my senior year. My junior year, I dropped out because I was too depressed. I promise you.
That's a great reason.
That was like, I was just like, I don't know. Like, my junior year, we were doing Grease, and I was just like, I felt so shitty that I couldn't commit that time.
Grease, whatever girl was the lead, and she put on those leather pants in the end, I was very into that.
Okay, we may cut that if you want.
What's that? I was 15.
Okay.
Anyway, I did the pit orchestra for 2 years, and then after watching everyone have, like, it looked like a lot of fun, I did it, and I was an actor, sort of. Yeah. I was like an ensemble member for my junior and senior year.
Yeah, I was already out of high school at that point.
Of course you weren't coming back to see those, but it was fun.
I did come back to see it.
I tap danced a little bit.
Oh, bro, you may not know, but I came back to see it. Sick. Ryan was the lead. Ryan, who was on episode 15. Ryan was the lead, one of the leads in the High School Musical, and Jake was in that. I went back to see that.
That's right.
I was with someone. I don't remember who. Sorry if it was Sam or Mike. I don't remember. I think it was Mike, though.
Okay.
I'm sure if it was Mike,
but that was good.
It and complained the whole time, but...
but that last episode, I feel like it was tailored for me or anyone. It should have been named like Two Sweet McKeesport Brothers.
Two Sweet McKeesport Brothers.
But that was great. You know what I liked? I liked Mike's bit was with Who Died Today.
Do you remember Who Died Today? He used to talk about that all the time. Yeah. It wasn't even
we'd be sitting in his room, and he'd be on his laptop, and he'd all of a sudden...
Guess who died today?
He'd love Wikipedia and that stuff, and guess who died today, Todd?
Who died?
Horace Silver. One of my favorite parts about this podcast
Mike the Destroyer. Is Jake stealing your bit?
Every once in a while, I get to talk about things that none of you know. You don't have any idea what I'm talking about. One, Louis Armstrong, maybe.
Yeah.
Two, Horace Silver, even a lesser-known jazz musician, piano player. I don't like to say pianist Because it sort of sounds like penis. So I say piano player.
Which is a phallus. For those of you who are not phalliciously given.
Horace Silver died today. He was very popular in the 50s and 60s. Great piano player. He wrote a lot of good tunes, and he kind of changed it a little bit. So here's to you, Horace Silver. I've played your music before. Which says something. Has anyone played my music before? No. So you're obviously already better.
How old was he?
One of my favorite things is called Sister Sadie.
Okay.
I don't know how old he was.
Okay.
I don't do facts, really. I just know he died. It was either today or yesterday. But, yeah, Sister Sadie is one of my favorite tunes for jazz. It's a really good one.
He wore a flat cap as well. And I wear a flat cap.
He kind of had, like, the curly hair sort of look.
Yeah.
But
he wrote a ton. Mustache.
He wrote a ton of traditional jazz tunes, which is great. So that's who died today.
I think that's who I'm...
You know what?
I think that's who I'm thinking of. Because he had like a mustache, flat cap. Let me wiki him.
All right, yeah. Sister Sadie. Yes.
It was a gentleman I'm thinking of. Horace Silver, he had a flat cap, mustache. Some people say a paperboy cap, but that's not how I refer to it.
You call it a flat cap?
I call it a flat cap.
A picture of me wearing that flat cap backwards. It looks so weird.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
and I put on your glasses, which are way too strong for me.
Is that when I fell asleep in my apartment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same
Deauville days, baby, when I lived by myself.
Deauville throwback. Oh, man.
I hope that he may be practicing tonight. I don't remember
it's a pretty nice night to practice. Not too hot out there.
I'm pretty excited for the show coming up on the 26th, the Velcro Shoes at Lava Lounge.
Me too. 2 days later, Seams are playing.
The Seams, Jake's band, the Seams
it's
are playing.
not Lava Lounge.
Yeah, are you playing Christina's?
Yeah, I'm playing Christina's.
Dude, you know how I feel about you playing Pittsburgh. You should do it more. I would love to see you in Pittsburgh.
We'll be at Club Cafe.
Club Cafe, what's the date?
You know me and Dave. It's in July. That's another month,
July
man.
is another month away. Who knows what that is?
It could be anything, man.
Could be anything. It could be the 1st. It could be the 28th.
But I'm not making it up just to be cool. We really do have a show in the July sometime.
But I'm excited about the Velcro Shoes.
Yeah,
new
for
tunes. Sure. Sleazy on bass and vocals. Mike on guitar. And Bill,
backup.
my boy Bill. Old ass Bill on guitar.
Old ass Bill. He's not that old ass. Maybe.
Nah, he's a very nice guy. And I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun. June 26th.
You know what? I liked
Lounge.
all of Atlas's new stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about the new shoes.
New shoes, new Velcro shoes, baby.
Yeah.
I hope Steve is there. I quit. I should not put pressure on him because he might something might come up.
No, you should put pressure on him.
But he's a cool
Steve,
dude.
we'll see
I've
you
been
there,
talking
man.
about him. Steve, I'll see you there, guaranteed.
See you there for sure. It was Father's Day when I was in Miami.
Okay.
And I have a Father of the Week.
Cue the intro.
I am your father.
Father of the week.
That's some stuff you have to edit out.
And I'll leave it in.
Yeah. But Father of the Week is Alevo Rincones.
You're gonna have to say that. What is that?
That is the Father of the Week. That's his name. Alevo.
Alevo?
He hails from Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
And he is my Father of the Week because he was my host while I was in Miami. He graciously let me stay in his home for free. But you know what I did buy him? I bought him a cookie cake.
Okay.
That said Happy Father's Day.
Oh, what a father.
And I'm going to send him a $50 gift card to Chili's because he loves it. He's not from Chile, but he will love it.
Well, Chili's isn't from Chile.
He
It's an American thing.
He's told me that they have a Chili's next to them, and he takes the
$50.
wife. He takes the missus
You
out.
gave him a Father's Day cookie cake?
Yeah,
What a Father of the Week. What a Father of the
he
Week.
was a great father.
Describe him to me head to toe. I want to know every
He's 5'8",
detail.
dark hair, thick Venezuelan accent, very charismatic man. Very charismatic. In fact, last time I went
Drink more.
to Miami, he encouraged me to stay 2 days longer. And I said, you know what? No, I have this plane ticket. He said, no. You stay. I'll pay for your ticket back. And he paid for my ticket home just so I could stay in his home 2 days longer. And that was 4 years ago. And he wants me back. He wanted me to come back. So
shukran to you.
So shukran or gracias. You know.
Gracias. Shukran.
Yeah. So I went to see one of my best friends from college, Arnaldo. His father is great. It's funny because Arnaldo is maybe I don't.
Arnaldo.
I'm bad with weight. How much people weigh.
You're bad with weight and time.
I'm bad with weight and future dates. But Arnaldo's maybe at least 210, maybe 200 pounds. So he's a pretty big guy. He's like maybe 6'2". Alevo, Mr. Rincones, he's maybe 5'8". So significantly shorter than me. Very charismatic businessman. He just got a new job. So cheers to his new job. He's gonna do great. He actually's got a job in Toronto. He only needs to go up there once or twice every couple months.
Beautiful city. Beautiful city.
Dude, he's very... I'll say this. He's a very worldly person. He knows a lot about the world. He's been to Tokyo. He's been all over the place for business. He's got a very nice home that he lets me stay in and sleep on his couch. It's incredible. So, Father of the Week.
Does he have kids himself?
Senor
or was he your father of that week?
He's got kids himself. He's got Arnaldo, my best friend from college.
Oh, he was that dad.
He's got Alexandra, which is his youngest.
Oh, I'm sure she has long, beautiful hair. I'm sure. Well, yeah.
Alexandra and his oldest son, Al, who actually, he sent me a picture.
Alberto.
With Rickety Cricket.
Oh.
From Sunny. There's a picture of Al Rincones, my Father of the Week's son, putting his arm around Rickety Cricket from Sunny. And I have that picture.
Dude, the drummer of the band Radical Dads looks a lot like Rickety Cricket, but that's beside the point. But,
cool,
again, we are Is That Your Kid podcast, where you could find us on isthatyourkid.podomatic.com. Is That Your Kid on iTunes. Subscribe, share it to your friends, say, yo, this is what's going on in Western Pennsylvania, and secret revealed, it may go on in California soon. And and also isthatyourkid.tumblr.com. And speaking of California, Jake, you saw the email we got, right?
I did see the email, and I was moved.
Dude,
moved is the best word that I can explain.
was moved to tears, and I swear to you that's the truth. You heard it when I heard it second time.
I wanted to hear it with you, so I waited till at least an hour ago to hear it, and I was moved. I was incredibly moved by it. It was a great thing.
Our girl, Lulu, from the West Coast, our time-traveling reporter, who will be back soon, I promise this time. I know I promised it before. She was on episode 9. She emails in all the time. She had created a beautiful piece in which encompasses the atmosphere of that Is That Your Kid podcast. So right now, we're going to cut to Lulu doing Is That Your Kid theme song. You could tweet at us, Is That Your Kid? Tell us how you feel about it, because honestly, I cried. Not because for what it is, but what it is, if you know what I mean. Check it out.
Roll it.
It's my favorite part, you know. Found it just by luck, you know. He's Jake and he's Todd. God, I wish everyone loved this pod. Now my friends don't get it, and I try to explain. I don't know what more I can say, so what's the reasons? Maybe 1, 2, or 3. Would you like to hear them from me? Goofs and ghosts, funny as co-host, concerns that make me squirm. Father of the Week, pantsless Mike, NY Rye. Here's the mail, it never fails, it's Steve, man. It's times to still, but never 7. Slicing it up at Arby's, afraid of the dark. Hot dog, loot and getter. Don't forget his sandwich, speaking lizards and derpy dogs. He stole at the attic, bananas and Sprite, bananas and Sprite, bananas. Didn't work. Best friends to the doctor, finding Chris's car, hubcaps and sonic clips, Bergelstein and Coachella. Let's play Nicks or Dicks, traveling from the past. We take our table wherever we go. We take our table wherever we go. Let's pop that can on the air. We are the best of friends. Is that your kid? Is that your kid? Is that Is that your kid? I think it is. Is that your kid? Fuck yeah, it is.
Okay, we're back.
Man, that's like so good.
I know, like it's
Look,
everything we've done so far.
You know what gets me? The part that chokes me up, honestly, is the part where she slows it down and then she brings it back, man.
Yeah, I mean
She got it all. Sprite, bananas.
She brings our Sprite bananas failure, like how we failed on that, which is, in my opinion, the worst episode since the episode 1. Where I was like, "Hey everybody, I'm Squidward from SpongeBob.
I play clarinet.
I hate everything." Episode 1, I'm episode 1, Todd. She made episode 14 a success because of that. She mentioned Mike being pantsless. She mentioned Ryan being Rai. She mentioned everything that anybody paying attention to, which she probably may be the only one.
I hope she is the only one. You know what? She nailed it.
Bless her. You know? Shukran, Lulu.
Shukran, Lulu.
And
much love.
And as I mentioned before, she is a big part of the podcast, whether you see it or not. She is a huge part of this, and hopefully in the future, even a bigger part.
I hope so.
She is, I mean, that's great. I mean, that's great that somebody took the time to know that. And she realized, because the earlier episodes, I don't know if the fans listening now, or what we like to call our kids, because it's that Your Kid podcast, anything that doesn't touch this table isn't official. And she knew that in the song.
You know what?
She knew it in the song.
Everyone's a part of it now.
Everyone is
It's
a part
a
of
universe.
it. Subscribe on iTunes. Is That Your Kid? Share it, review it. And as Jake mentioned before, you have to have an iTunes account to review the podcast for it to show up. I've had a dozen people tell me that they had reviewed the podcast, and probably half of those it actually showed up.
That's because they didn't do the iTunes
So
application.
think of the people out there who reviewed the podcast where it didn't show up. And it means the world to me, because this is the only thing I have right now. I want to be real right now, and that's 100% real. This is the only thing I have. So if you review and share, I love it. FUCKINGLOVIA. Oh, excuse me. FUCKINGLOVINGIT.
Exclamation point!
Exclamation
You
point.
might have just
Purple
left that
Ribbon
out.
All-Star.
Purple Ribbon All-Star.
You like that extra beat? So anything else you have this week?
Well, you spelled love L-O-V.
Did I not put an E at the end?
I like it.
LUV. I'm trendy. Tumblr.
yeah.
I'm a liberal.
Yeah, I'm a 40-year-old parent that just figured out how to text. LUV, I love it.
LUVU space U. What's for dinner? I'm making it. I'm a parent. Parent underscore 316. What's going on, kid? But Keystone Beer, Lex, a shout out to you because I know that you love that we drink Keystone. You could hit him up on at Lex. He changes Twitter tag every week. Lex on Twitter. You know who you are, brother. You're our brother. He's the coolest. Hashtag. He said, what did he say? Oh, I'm blowing it. He said something and 6 buttons and a frisbee. Sorry, Lex. Hashtag 6 buttons and a frisbee. And we're working on it. In fact,
we just got some business cards. So
we bought 1,000 by almost accident.
It's whatever. Now we have a bunch. I'm gonna give them to anyone. I'm gonna give them to grandmas.
We've had at is that your kid grandmas on Twitter. Is that your grandma? We have bought 1,000 business cards. To cut a long story short, Jake looked up business cards. We got a very, very lucrative deal on business cards. He had sent me the code to make a business card.
Even more lucrative. And guess what? Todd ordered the bonus order. So instead of 500 or 250, he went bonus, and got 1,000. So maybe they look like shit. Maybe they're great.
Fans of this show, you know me. If you give me the opportunity to excel, I'm going to try to do better. Not that I'll ever excel, but I'll try to excel even more so. So he had sent me a code to order these business cards, and I had mocked up like an idea of what a business card looked like. Jake was into it. Again, to cut a long story short, it didn't look right. So we left it for about a week and a half. I showed Jake. He said, bro, I love it. I went to order it.
Print.
I went to order it. I put the code in. It said, you got 1,000 business cards. And I said, okay. And then it was twice as much as we planned. So listen, if you get a business card from Jake or me,
Todd?
aka Todd the Bod, aka the McKee Sports Slender Man, aka 8th grade MVP in basketball,
aka both ears pierced, Todd Tondera.
Both pierced ears, Todd the Bod. You pass that business card around because we have 1,000.
You know what? If you order a button, if you order a frisbee, if you order a pen,
if you order something we didn't make yet, we will give you 10 free.
If you order something from Amazon, chances are you're gonna get an "Is That Your Kid" business card.
Anything
for free.
Listen, if you email isthatyourkid@yahoo.com, any Amazon.com purchase, we will send you 10 free business cards.
Yo, if you email isthatyourkid.com, I'll front you the 37 cents and just send you 5 of them. I'll send you 5 business cards on my own.
Subject, empty. Body, just 1 letter, 20 business cards.
Just 1 letter? That's a lot of letters.
Just send, just no subject involved, 1 letter to the body of your email. isthatyourkid@yahoo.com. I will send you personally from my own heart 30 business card of Is That Your Kid podcast. You better pass it around to your friends.
We will pay that postage. That got goofy.
That's fine. But I mean it. Isthatyourkid@yahoo.com. @isthatyourkid on Twitter. Isthatyourkid.podomatic.com.
YouTube.com/isthatyourkid.
YouTube.com/isthatyourkid. YouTube.com/isthatyourkid. YouTube.com/isthatyourkid.
We've hit the wall. We've hit the back wall. Let's go.
I passed on that wall.
You know what? Next week, I'm looking forward to
talk
this.
about that.
And now that you see it with your own eyes, what are you feeling? We're looking at a game.
Are we going to do this next week when you come back? Or you want to... It's up to you.
But we'll leave it here.
Okay.
Spoiler, some of my students made me something at the end of the year. The last day of school, they brought it up to me and they gave it to me. I didn't look at it. You see all those cards? I haven't looked at those. I put a paperclip on them. It's a
board game Jake's students made. It's called what?
It's called Minecraft game, probably. My third grade students made me a board game. Hopefully, we're gonna play it in the future.
No, it's called Survive. It's called Survive the Creepers.
There it is.
It says have fun playing Survive the Creepers.
From Morgan, Vincent, Ethan, Noah.
Shout out to Morgan, Vincent, Ethan, and Noah, and your parents for raising you well, because when I was little, I created board games as well.
And when I came in your house tonight, your sister and your mother both told me that.
How did that come up?
Because I was carrying a board game. And they said, you know what?
I used to create
Todd
board
used to
games.
make those all the time, is exactly what they said to me.
Bro, you're
And you
blowing
said,
my mind.
you know what? You should play that with Todd. I'm like, that's why I brought it.
You're blowing my mind. When I was younger, I used to create board games
know
and I
you
used to
did.
write stories. That's all I used to do.
You know how I know that? Because downstairs they told me.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
said, you know what? He'd probably love to play that because he used to make these things all the time.
That's all I used to do. I used to be a lot more creative than I am.
Yeah.
But hey, not everything could be a Mike the Destroyer's album. Mike the Destroyer's Happy Birthday Karate Band. I was a producer on most of those albums. Oh, you're done? Oh, I dropped my phone and I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break it.
I'm good. You know what? Go out there. Take your own Jaycation. Take a weekend. You don't have anything to do you? Leave Friday. Come back Sunday night. It's worth it. What do you got to do for 2 days? What are you going to do? Sit home and binge on Netflix? Nah, you don't need to see...
Orange is the New Black.
Yeah, I don't need to see that.
You do.
Go and take a Jaycation. Just go for the sake of
An
going.
Idiot Abroad's on Netflix. Let's talk about good
I got a
things on
back.
Netflix.
I have a brake that doesn't work in.
Don't talk to people. They're evil.
I have a brake that doesn't work in the back. My back right wheel. My brake caliper. I'm going because on the highway you don't need to brake really. You just need to go. So I'm gonna go all the way to Virginia and I'm gonna sail. Take a Jaycation. Take a Lindsay-cation. Take
A Thomas-cation.
A Thomas-cation. Take a Luke-cation. I don't care.
Take a Rebecca-cation.
Take a Melissa-cation.
Take a Tara-cation.
That's a... Take a... You said Thomas already.
Yeah, sure did. Take an Isaac-cation.
Take a Keith-cation.
Take a Anita-cation.
Take a Ryan-cation.
If you want to go Novakovic, take a Lois-cation.
Take a Noel-cation.
What's the dad? I always forget.
Take a Mark-cation.
Take a Mark-cation.
Mark-cation sounds
Markation.
like ethnicity.
Take a I'm Markation.
Take a Todd-cation.
I'm on Tumblr. I'm a Markation. Don't say anything about me. Yeah. That's great.
Markation girlfriend.
Markation girlfriend. Purple Ribbon All Stars.
Pop, pop.
Take a Creepercation.
Take a Rick-cation.
Take a Christication.
Take a Jesse-cation.
I have a friend named Jesse from Boston. He's from Boston. He's my friend every 8 months. We used to be at BFFs back in the day. That's another episode.
Yeah. That is a whole nother episode.
Mm-hmm.
Take a Noah-cation.
A Noah-cation. He built the ark.
Noah.
Who built the ark?
Brother Noah built the ark.
This old Noah built the ark.
He
Built it out of a hickory bark.
Well,
He
who
built it
the ark?
both wide and tall. Plenty of room for the
large
large and
and
small.
small.
Who built the ark?
Noah. Who built the ark?
Brother Noah built the ark. That's sick. Dude,
Well, in come the animals, 2 by 2.
I don't know this one.
A really tall giraffe and a kangaroo.
I don't know that one.
In come the animals, 3 by 3. A hippopotamus and a bumblebee.
That's a big boat.
Take a Ethan.
Shout out to you Catholics out there. Brr, 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 brr. You could be whatever you want to be. And is that your kid nation? You could be whatever you want to be. We love you all. I feel. At least my opinion. Doesn't matter what you are, what color you are, what gender you are. We love everyone.
You're right. You thought I was going to say no, huh?
I was like, what?
Where's he going with this? I
It
agree.
doesn't matter who you are. It's just how nice you are, in my opinion.
Yeah, really.
Doesn't. It's not. It's.
I mean, if you're a
what
dick,
you
no
are to
offense,
other
I'm not
people.
going to like you.
Yeah, if you're not a nice guy, you could be a not nice guy with any kind of ideology, and you're not a nice guy. I don't mean to make another public announcement like the Great Luck. What was it? Great Luck, Don't Wreck, Paint On, which will be on our business cards from episode 12. Jake, maybe the best line of the podcast ever. But I think I'm all finished up over here, brother.
That was a long outro. Moral of the story?
Go with it.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick, and go with the flow. Signing off, Jake and Todd for another week. And this is actually turned around because I was feeling like DIRT all day, and Jake fixed it. Duh, Jake always fixes stuff like that. But this will be the formal outro. We did a fake outro. Jake, this is the real outro. Brother.
Come on, I tried really hard the last one. I'm really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. I really got nothing else to do, but I'm just going to keep talking. So maybe I'm going to look at the maybe action figures. Look at all those Goosebumps books.
Manhattan Projects number 21 or 22. Can't remember. Comic of the week. Go, Jake.
You sent it back again? That's another send back. I really encourage all of our listeners to read the comic Deadly Class. I really like that one.
Remender.
Send it out.
You want throw it back? If you don't have a send out, throw it back over to me, and I'll throw it back over to you.
Take your own vacation.
Gang member, bitches, killer, purple ribbon, rolling O's, and we all be on that clear. I be on that kryptonite, straight up on that kryptonite. I be on that straight up on that. I be on that kryptonite. I be on that kryptonite, straight up on that kryptonite. I be on that straight up on that. I be on that kryptonite. I be on it all night, man. I be on it all day, straight up pimp. If you want me, you can find me in the air. I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on it.
Oh, you almost spoke Spanish. You know I'm into that.